12 terabyte iCloud drive on base model M4 Mac? No problem. It's well known that the best value M4 Mac these days is the base model Mac Mini M4. I emphasize the base model M4 Mini. That's exactly what I have here. But problem for a lot of people can be it has only 256 gig disk. So not much room to play with, right? What if you have large iCloud drive over the years like me, over 400 gigs? Then you are out of luck of using it on this base model Mac Mini M4. Or not? Wait, don't give up so easy. There is a solution for this, and I will show you right in this video how you can use huge iCloud Drive library even on the base M4 Mac Mini. Hi, I'm Teresa from MORGONAUT.com, and I specialize on one-on-one coaching and remote help to individuals as well as audio and video production houses all around the globe. So if you would need any help with your Apple Mac, Windows, Linux, servers, DaVinci Resolve and more, then you can in few clicks book a Zoom video meeting with me and a remote session to your computer so I can help you right in front of your eyes. Let's first define the problem. Apple offers their iCloud Plus subscription where you can get up to 12 terabytes of storage space on iCloud Drive. On my main account, I pay for the 2 terabytes of space and my iCloud Drive is at this moment 224 gigs in size. But my Mac Mini M4 has only 256 gigs system disk, minus macOS system itself, emails, some local documents and so on, and you will have almost no free storage space available. In iCloud Drive settings, there is an option to check Optimize Mac Storage, which in other words let you use bigger iCloud Drive even on smaller disk. But that means most of the files will never be downloaded to your Mac, it will be only in iCloud on Apple servers. But what if you really need most of those files to access locally all the time? Apple will tell you, no problem, just buy Mac Mini with bigger disk. But then you will fall into Apple's trap of insane storage space upgrade pricing. Don't do that. Or are you really willing to waste $400 just to have, let's say, 1 terabyte internal SSD? Or $800 to get 2 terabytes of storage when you can get faster and more reliable disk for just 4 to 10 times cheaper? And I'm not talking even about the fact you can later upgrade your own storage to any size you want in the future. So sit down, relax, and watch extremely carefully because I will show you right now how to set up iCloud Drive on different storage than your system disk so you can access it and have both ways synchronization of your iCloud Drive. And believe me, I wasted many days testing tons of different ways how to achieve that, including symbolic links and so on. But none of them worked reliably. It's clear Apple don't want you to customize your system to your liking at all. But I found a way which works perfectly, reliably, and 100% of the time using only the way Apple intended. Please really watch and follow all my steps in the right order and make sure you don't miss anything. Just follow it to the letter and you will never have any problems, okay? We need to be sure this will work all the time, anytime. So first, let's disable sleep. So in your system settings, search for power, that's now called energy, and make sure prevent automatic sleeping when the display is off is checked. You can also check other settings. The power nap I have always on, and my lock screen settings I set specifically to never turn display off when inactive, never required password, never anything. Second step is we need to create a second macOS user. You will understand why in a minute. So search for users and let's create new user. So on top, add user. Fill in your current macOS administrator password. New user, I personally prefer to be an administrator. It can be useful if you will accidentally mess up your main user account. This can help you to recover it. Full name. Let's call it iCloud Sync. Give it some password. I will choose something simple like 4 times single letter. Create user. So now it's adding the user account. Perfect. Now, on top we have a new icon where we can switch users. If you can't see it, then again, here in the system settings, show fast user switching in control center. Make sure show in menu bar is set icon or account name. I prefer the smaller one, the icon. You can use it also in the control center. Perfect. So now let's switch to the second iCloud Sync account. Set these settings to your liking. Sign into your Apple account. I choose always set up later and skip. Continue, again, set up later. Continue, we will do all of this later. And I want to differentiate from my main account by changing different color scheme. So just by looking at my desktop, I know in which user I am logged in now. Fine. So now the next step, now we need to move the whole home folder of the second macOS user from the internal small system disk to any big disk of your choice. I recommend, for example, these, where is it? These Samsung T5 or T7 drives. It's super fast and reliable. Or if you are on a budget, you can get, for example, adapter like this. Let me show you. Adapter like this, and for example 2 terabyte SSD for as low as $90, or 4 terabyte for $180, or go even higher up to the 12 or 16 terabyte range. It's completely up to you. For demonstration purposes, I will use this 2.5-inch SSD in this adapter. By the way, all the gear I linked for you in this video description down below, so just click on it so you won't make any mistake. Now let's connect it to your Mac. It has USB-C on the end, so we can just plug it directly into the USB-C port on the back or on the front. Again, it's up to you. First, we need to format the drive. So in your Spotlight, come on. So in your top bar, the little magnifying glass icon, click on it and search for disk utility. Perfect. Here in the view drop-down, choose show all devices. Click on the name of your external drive you bought. On top, click on erase. And let's call it, I don't know, iCloud. Keep APFS and GUID partition map. Click on erase. And we can close disk utility. Perfect. So again, now on top left Apple, open system settings. And let's search for users and groups. Now, if you will right click your iCloud Sync account, it will reveal to you advanced options. That's exactly what we want. So click on the advanced options, authorize it with your password. And this is extremely important, darling. Really, watch carefully. This is the crucial part. So here on the bottom, you can see home directory currently is pointing to your system disk. Let's change that. Click on the choose. And now we need to choose your new drive, the iCloud drive. And let's click on open. So now it's pointing to /volumes/ the name of your disk. So click on OK. It's gonna need to restart the computer. We need to do that. So click on OK. Allow this. Now we need to fill in the name and the password of the account which is still running in the background. So I guess for me it's Terry and password is this. Hopefully it's right. Yes. So now we just need to wait for the computer to be rebooted. So now we want to really log into the new second iCloud Sync account. So let's do that. This is going to take a while because it's now recreating all the config files and so on. So unfortunately, we need to go through the initial setup again. Setup later, skip. Setup later. No, we don't want Apple Intelligence now. Continue, continue. So now this new user is completely running off of the external connected drive. So let's verify some of the system settings. Again, I will look at the power, energy. Yes, it's still set correctly. We don't want to put hard disk to sleep when possible. Simply uncheck that. Lock screen. Yeah, we don't need to care about this. But again, I prefer to set never to everything, so we can be sure it's gonna be running in the background all the time. Turn off screen lock. Perfect. And now it's time to sign in to your iCloud account. So let's do that. Now it's asking me to enter the password how I used to unlock my Mac Mini. That's using the main user account which we created the first time. So that's this password. Yeah, we can allow find my Mac. That's always good. Again, password of the new user. And now click on the iCloud settings here, see all, and let's disable all things you don't want. So we don't need this, we don't need this, we don't need this, because all of these settings which I'm unchecking now, I have enabled in my main account. That's where I want to use it. Here in this macOS account, I want to use it only to synchronize my photos library and specifically the iCloud drive. So let's enable only that. So disable all of things which I don't want to be in this account, but in the main one. Yes, delete, blah, 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 reminders, iCloud calendar. No, 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 nothing of that. I don't want anything like that. So messages in the cloud, again, we don't want that here. So iCloud Drive is on and Photos is also on. So if I will now open my external drive and go to iCloud Drive, I can see I have some synchronized data. So because now we are logged in as the iCloud Sync account, let's create on my iCloud Drive on the external connected drive, new folder for testing purposes. And let me show you why. Let's create new folder, created by the sync user on external disk. Absolutely clear information, okay? So now we need to also in the settings enable the fast user switching. So show fast user switching. And we want to show it in the address bar here, in the top bar. Now let's log in as our main account to test if it's working or not. So in the top, click on the main account name and let's put in your password. So if I will open now web browser and navigate to iCloud.com, look, I can see folder created by the sync user on external disk. So if I will, for example, now drop into the iCloud Drive from my main account or any different computer, my iPhone. So if I will grab some random photo and copy it to my iCloud Drive through the web browser, when I will now switch my user to the iCloud sync user I created earlier, it should be there. Where is it? Is it there? Shopping JPEG. It's there. Perfect. So, few more steps, but we are almost done completely. What I would recommend in the system settings and users and groups, I strongly recommend to enable the option automatically login as the second sync user. That means if you will start your computer, it will automatically log in to that sync account. And then you will just switch to your main account and continue working the whole day or all day long in your main account. But the sync will run in the background. And all it's gonna do is only sync the photos and your iCloud Drive. So it's not gonna eat any more of your CPU cycles because those tasks you would normally have in your main account, now it's just separated to the iCloud Sync account, okay? So I will enable the iCloud Sync account to be logged in automatically after reboot. Unlock it, yes. One-time confirmation, perfect. So this is the procedure which you will use personally all the time. So for example, I will now shut down the computer just to verify everything is working the way it should. Perfect. So my Mac Mini is rebooted and it logged me automatically as the iCloud Sync account. Now, one small step which will make your life easier. Again, go to the system settings and here search for sharing. And we want to enable file sharing at default so you can share this whole drive to your main Mac account where you can access it and have the two-way synchronization all the time working. So now question is, where exactly on the external drive or your user home folder is the location of the iCloud drive? iCloud drive is in fact in the hidden library folder, but in Apple they don't want you to see it, but I will show you how to get there. So follow with me. So now I strongly recommend in your Finder and settings, in the sidebar, enable the hard disks and the location M4 Mac Mini. It will make our life a little bit easier. So now open any Finder window. Now click on the disk where you uploaded your home folder. So in my case, I called my disk iCloud. On US keyboard, shortcut to reveal hidden files is Command Shift Dot. Okay, if you don't want to do it, you can use the menu on top, go to folder, and now type /volumes / the name of your disk. In my case, I called myself iCloud /library, and now hit enter. And now guess what is gonna be here? iCloud Drive. Can you see that? So this is the actual location of the iCloud Drive. Now, I want this folder to be accessible from my main user account, so the two-way synchronization in real time is always working. So we need to share this folder, and it's as easy as, again, open top left Apple, System Settings, type here sharing, first option file sharing, click on the I here, and now just drag this iCloud Drive to the left column. Don't freak out. In fact, the iCloud Drive is not the iCloud Drive. It's called Mobile Documents, Apple.com, iCloud Sync crap. Don't care about that. This is exactly what we want. So now we can click on Done. And in fact, we are also done. Now we need to switch to our main macOS user. So go to the top menu, click on the user icon and choose your main account user. And let's log in with your username and password. So where we want now to access our iCloud Drive data, we need to know where it is located. If you will go to top menu, go to folder, and now type /volumes, tab, and now my volume is called iCloud, so iCloud /library. Hit enter, and moment of truth. One of these documents should be called mobile documents. That's where your iCloud Drive is located. In fact, you can access it directly here. So instead of going this crazy path each time, look, I will just grab this icon and make a bookmark here. And now in my Finder, I can disable the normal standard iCloud Drive location. So when I click here, I can see all my cloud documents. So here we have the folder created by the sync user on the external drive when we were logged into the sync account. So let's create now new folder just for testing purposes. Folder created using my main account. Fine. So when I will now go to my iCloud and reload the page, we should have the new folder already on internet. Yes, perfect. So now it's using the both-way synchronization, and we can verify it even another way. Sync test, just drop it to my iCloud Drive, and in my internet version of it, yeah, it appeared immediately. You can see it here. So now I have perfectly working both-way synchronization in real time of my iCloud Drive, which can be up to 12 terabytes of space, even on my base Mac Mini M4, thanks to my solution using the external drive. And this drive can be any size you want. I don't know, 6 terabytes, 12 terabytes is completely up to you. But what if I want to access, again, in real time and both-way synchronization from any other Mac? So look, I have here, for example, my MacBook Air. So imagine this would be the base model. I would have the same problem. That's where the file sharing I showed you a few minutes ago comes into place. So I can just simply connect to that share over network and have it accessible from any computer here, any Mac, iPad, iPhone, whatever you want. And there are even more elegant or useful ways how to have access to iCloud Drive and even iCloud Photos, even if your Mac has small storage like my M4 Mac Mini. For example, we run on our servers several instances of macOS for multiple people so they can have their own iCloud Drive synced all the time and have instant access to it. But that's outside of the scope of this video. But if you are interested to see such a solution in detail, let me know that down in comments below, and make sure you are subscribed to this channel with all notifications enabled so you won't miss that video. And don't forget, all the gear I recommend I summarized down in video description. And if you are into macOS tips and tricks, then you should definitely watch this video here. I hope I made your day again at least a little better. Give my videos thumbs up, share it with your friends, and let me know your experience in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.